is an example of disruptive technology. Okay, so let's talk about these things. Let's not be stupid. Let's not be deflected by these people. Oh, look over here. You got Korea to worry about. Kim Jong. Oh, we're going to have nuclear war, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about the Federal Reserve anymore. Don't worry. We got to go into more debt. No, 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 no. Don't worry about these issues. Don't pay any attention. DACA, let all the immigrants in the world. You're mean. You're not compassionate if you don't want all the refugees, the immigrants in the whole world to come here. It's good for business. Okay, we're the nice guys that, but we're not going to talk about the fact that it's about putting an artificial demand on things like housing. We're not going to talk about how that's good for our bottom line and our constituents' bottom line, our peers. We're not going to talk about that, how these are all special interest groups colluding together that forms this one big monopoly that I call the establishment. That's what's going on here, folks. Understand what's going on. It's all about money. That's all it is. They don't give a crap about people. Example of how much they give a crap. They're letting people die out on the streets right and left in America. They've been doing it for decades. Increasingly so. Increasingly so. Ronald Reagan dumped the mental hospitals. What the hell is that all about? If people are mental, they're mental. They need help. They can't take care of themselves. Would you rather they became criminals? Is that going to cost more? Probably. Do you see my point here? The entire system is rife. It is imbued. It is marinated in madness. And we have to get that. Fundamentally, we have to get that as just friends of God, friends of humanity. And we have to enlighten others. Don't let them hide anymore. Say, look, this is for your own good. I know you don't want to hear this. I know I'm pulling you out of your ignorance and bliss philosophy for a second here. But I'm telling you, I don't want your blood on my hands. Okay, I don't want to have to face my God without having done something to reach out to you people that are blind. You're in ignorance and confusion. You're in Babylon. Come out of it. This is powerful stuff, man. You're going to end up in hell with the hypocrites and the gnashing of teeth and all that because you don't have a soul. There's not enough substance. You didn't spend time cultivating a soul, integrity and honor, and that marrow, digging into that gooey marrow of, as an allegory of your soul. What bottom line? Who am I? What am I? What's this all about? What are these treasures that Jesus spoke of? What is storing your treasures in heaven where neither rust nor moth destroy and thieves don't break in and steal? Explore these things, Use your imagination, value your imagination, your thought processes, and delve into these things and say, wow, you know what? I think I'm starting to understand this thing. And you go, man, there really is a God, and that God is concerned with these everyday little things, the way my mind works, my mindset, my belief system, my philosophies, how I live my life, what I base my opinion on. Okay, what experts do I listen to when it comes to deriving facts? Whose consensus am I listening to here? So, we've got a big deal here in order to fix things, and this is fighting the good fight. And we're all involved in this thing, like it or not. You can't escape it. You can run, but you're not going to escape it because someday you're gonna die. It might not be today. It might not be next week. It might not be next year. It might be in 10 years, 100 years. Who knows how long you're going to live? That's not the point. The point is that sooner or later, you're going to face the music. You're going to have your day of reckoning, just like every single soul will stand on their own before their Creator and answer for why they believe the way they do. And believe me, you're not going to be able to defer to somebody, oh, well, this guy told me, this group of people, this is who I believe. No, you're on your own. You're called on to derive your own beliefs, okay, from your own deep research and being an honest human being, using your God-given imagination and tapping and praying and saying, is there a God? If there is a God, you go in your closet. If there's a God, then give me a sign, and you'll get it. There is a God. Everything does make sense from his point of view. He's working things out in his way, and he's calling on all of us to be his frontline soldiers. Human beings are the frontline soldier. We're his hands and feet, eyes and ears on the ground. We're created just a little lower than the angel. We've got a big responsibility, a big obligation to go out and help people understand these things. Help them understand basic economic principles. Define progress. Let's have some discussion about progress. Let's define social, political, and economic progress. Let's define terms like, what is the government? Okay, whose property is government property? Let's define freedom. What is it? All these are subjective terms. What are we talking about here? And that's all I'm saying, is that we're in this thing together. And we've got to see it from that point of view. Well, however distasteful and traumatic it might be, and it is. This is why we all get depressed. We all have this PTSD. How can we not? We live in a very special time, a very dynamic, fluid time in history when overnight things can change. People are all waiting with bated breath for, North Korea to just, take one step too far, and Donald Trump's drawn the red line. And this is all this crap we're all living with. It's amazing any of us can cope under this crap. We got to worry about Russia and, Russia's doing this and that. And it's like, who's making this crap up? Evil people that want strife, that want us living in fear, that want us more miserable than they are. These grand puppeteers, these Satanists at the pinnacle of the pyramid, the money printing class and all their cohorts, the New World Order cabal, the Bilderberger types. All these people, man, all the evil establishmentarians, advertent and inadvertent, that are working within the system, that are saying, I'll go along with this. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've got a good job. I'm riding high. This is my safety. This is my security. This is my freedom. Go along to get along. I can't worry about your problem. Not my problem. All you stockbrokers that are riding high right now with the stock market and you looking like heroes to the 401k holders and all this. Okay, I get it, man. I get it. I understand people's perspective. I understand what they're seeing. I mean, look at this group of black people that were robbing the shoe store recently in Florida somewhere. And the mainstream media had gotten some footage of this. And Alex Jones ran the video while the mainstream media wouldn't run the video because they thought it was racist, the fact that it was all black people that were stealing. But if you are white, you don't know what it's like to be black. Okay, that's just a matter of fact. Imagine their own special training, okay, as a black person, what the kind of crap they're told by their peers, their family, their teachers, or whoever, their friends. They've been told, look, you were slaves. Do you understand? And make them feel really bad about that. You understand, just because you're black, that means that, you're less than others, or at least that's how the white people think. A lot of them are racists, white supremacists, and that's how they perceive you. And so they're not letting it go. They're keeping this division going. So if you're a black person, then you've been trained to feel less than, okay, inferior to. That's what you've been trained to believe. And that you're entitled to get back at, to engage in the Robin Hood thing, and yes, what I can do, you're not allowed to do. That you are special privilege, you have these special prerogatives that other people don't have as a black person. So as a white person, I can say I get that. It's a cultural thing. And so, Alex Jones has to at least be honest about that. But at the end of the day, it goes beyond all that crap, and it comes down to the economic stuff. This is it. So people they feel I'm black. I don't even want to go get a job. You don't want me. And besides that, I don't want to make anybody make me work. I mean, slave. I don't want to be your slave. So the point is, the out of this thing is the same. This racial, division that's being created and foisted upon us, manufactured, invented. Okay, this is all part and parcel of the same stuff that we're going to fix it by getting to the bottom of the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is this social, political, economic regression that's been going on for at least 5.5 decades that I know of, since the assassination of JFK. If Martin Luther King Jr. had gotten his way, what do you think America would look like today? You think we'd have this racial strife in America? Let's be honest. Let's talk about these things. Or if JFK had gotten his way, no, we wouldn't. We wouldn't be talking about these. We wouldn't have these problems. So let's come together, folks. Let's come together and defy the evildoing establishmentarians. They're Satanists. They're the top money lovers who will just gladly commit mass genocide on the public if they get their way. Understand, that's a matter of fact. They write books openly about it. They've created this monument, these Georgia Guidestones. We want to get the earth down to 500 million. That means they'd have to kill, over about 7 billion people right now. You understand? And these people would do it at the drop of a hat for them. That's what we're up against here. You think we don't need God's help? And they're diabolical geniuses, evil geniuses. They're diabolistic. They engage in diabolism. That's who they are. They're devilish. And they're cunning. They're very shrewd. They're very